So welcome back to the Mini Mullisha podcast. I didn't think I was going to be a reoccurring guest, but I guess I'm the reoccurring host. Here we got Uncle Gregg, dude. Smesh is back again. Thanks for having us, Smesh.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
It's a wonder that he's back in his house.
Well, it's his house. It's his house.
I figured we'd have him on.
Hey, my cousin Willie. Hey, how you doing? So, Uncle Gregg, what do you think about the whole situation?
Well, it all got started with me when I thought we was running go-karts, and
They tricked you?
the nephew and son kind of went out and got go-karts and everything else, and the next thing I know, they're still sitting on a stand and we're racing mini bikes.
That is true.
And I swore I was just working on them until I rode one and I went and got one.
You know, you're a damn lie. You know, as soon as you rode one, he'd be all hooked. That's exactly what happened.
As soon as I rode one, yeah, I'm going to race with these young guys. The first time I get hurt, I'm quitting.
Probably won't have a choice.
I ain't been hurt yet on one, but I ain't rode one good yet. So
He did take a little spill yesterday, but we won't have to talk.
yeah, I did.
We
that.
can throw a clip in.
You did?
I didn't get a clip,
I didn't get
but he
a clip
looped
of it.
one pretty good. He tried to do a
that damn
burnout.
burn- I thought that it would do a burnout real quick. That
Looped
bitch
it.
get hooked and whoop. I was like,
Now, what bike was you riding?
his Baja.
Stage 1 Baja.
That stage 1.
What was wrong with it? Of course, there's always something wrong with his bike.
Well,
You
yeah,
know
My
that
bike's
for
running like a top.
That bitch ran like a top. We was even out running a little Kawasaki yesterday.
That little 110.
A little 110. He brought it out. He said, I want to run that. He raced dude. It was like no hands down. So then he says, come on, I want to race your bike. I was like, okay. I just walked off and left him too. We had nothing else left that he might run with.
Right.
You know, I told him I'd foot race it.
So what? So, dude, what got you into mini bike racing? Like, what made you want to do it?
What was it, like 2 years ago now? Yeah, two years ago, Smesh called me up right after he got the Grinch, his mini bike, and he was like, man, I bought this mini bike at Tractor Supply, and I was like, oh, cool, not really thinking much of it, like, kind of, it's a mini bike. I've seen him at Tractor Supply, kind of cool, I guess.
Right.
And then came over here, started riding it, and then he hit me up and was like, man, they got a race, a 24-hour race they're going to be doing up there in Jacksonville. We should get in on it. That's all it took. I was like, all right, let's do it. I didn't even question it.
It's like the funnest time of our lives.
Oh, it was it was fun. I'd say the first 12 was fun. The first 12 was a real good time.
Yeah,
It was
hell like the last 5 hours.
I don't know what it was. A week
I was like,
later,
that
I was
shit's
like,
cool.
damn, I want to do that shit again.
So what's the 24-hour? What does that consist of? Is that like one person riding the whole 24? Or is it a team?
Well, they got the solo class. It was a little different last year than it was the first year, but they got the solo class. They had the four-man class. I think the first year was unlimited bikes, wasn't it? The first year was four-man unlimited.
They didn't limit the number of bikes or nothing.
Right.
Not the first year. The last year they did, right?
Last year y'all had 6 riders.
Yeah. So they had the four-man and they had unlimited,
Yeah.
and then they had a contraption class. And then last year they made it 6-man, and they did without the unlimited, didn't they?
Yeah, 6-man was
6-man was the biggest, right? I think so. It was 6-man.
Yeah.
It was
Because
6-man.
the first year that we went, they had like 13 riders on one team. Which
Yeah,
was
the unlimited.
insane.
Yeah, the unlimited class. Yep,
Yeah,
unlimited.
they had like 12 bikes and 13 riders. It was just nuts.
Yeah.
They
Blind
were going
geese.
home and
That was-
taking showers and eating and stuff. And
Blind geese,
we were hardcore.
They were like, I'm
I was camping out, eating beanies and weenies
Man,
and a
our
couple
tent-
of hot
It
dogs
was
right
raining
out
all
of the
night.
package.
Our tent flooded.
Yeah, dude, it rained. It
Our
poured.
shit
It
flooded.
poured down rain the night before the race.
Freezing cold.
We woke up. It was
up to
cold.
like
we
4 inches of
We
water.
woke up. The tent was fucking soaked. Half of my clothes, the bottom half of my clothes, in my damn duffel bag was soaked.
Everything.
So I was down to about one pair of clothes the rest of the freaking 24-hour race.
And it was like
Freezing
40
cold.
degrees when we
Freezing
woke up.
cold. One of
Yeah.
the things that got wet was my other jacket. So I had one hoodie. My other jacket I was going to wear over top of that was soaking wet.
And
We were
his
just
wife,
standing on the fire.
Avis, got me to go. His wife got me to go. That she's like, we want to
Yeah, y'all
go
woke up
We want
early.
to take the baby. and
Y'all
go
came
up there."
the
Yeah.
second day, which
Yeah,
started
we
at
went the
11,
second
ends
day.
at 11. So
Yeah.
you came on
We
Sunday.
got there about just right at daylight the next day. She wanted to go up and watch him. So I was like, hell yeah, load the baby up. We'll go. We got there and I'm like, this is pretty damn cool, but y'all got to be tired.
Oh,
And they're like dragging.
called-
Jody's hands are bleeding.
Well, see, yeah, what started it all
I
was
like-
you called at like
we
shit,
had
like
just
5
took a
a.m.
nap.
At 5 a.m. We called it quits, what, about 4?
It was. I don't. It felt like right before he showed up.
It was. We had about an hour and a half.
It might have been if I closed my eyes. It was like I woke.
It was like a blink of an eye, man.
Yeah, they said the bike's broke and we're shot. I said you ain't quitting now. I jumped on the bike, got it going. I was like, get your ass out. I beat on the door, told Yoda, your nap's over. Come on.
It fucking napped. That motherfucker slept all night. It wasn't no damn nap.
We had a simple carb issue that me and you both just said fuck it because we were looking for any excuse to say fuck it.
Yeah,
was it the carb?
Carburetor,
yeah. And he showed up and just cleaned the carb up real quick. There was a cable on the carb or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was
hanging
belts.
up. It was hanging up.
I thought it was a belt.
Carburetor.
He hooked us up and we was like, I guess
shouts out to JD because he brought those good ass belts.
Oh yeah, JD.
We were frying those Chinese belts and he brought us those good ones.
I don't know where he found them things.
At some tractor
He
place.
didn't have a damn part.
Some lawnmower place, man.
Yeah.
I sent him the parts list. I called. He was coming. I was like, hey man, can you do me a favor? Can you try to pick up these belts? And he was like, all right, I'll look.
Yodi walked out to that camper and he said, man, look at my hands, and they were bleeding and all messed up. And I said, we ain't got but a couple hours, Yodi. he just stuck his hands down in that damn cooler. It already 40 degrees outside.
Oh, for sure.
He froze his hands on the mini bike. Off he went. He was gone again.
Man, good to go.
That was fun as hell.
So, what's your favorite type of race, dude?
I'd definitely say the oval racing. I like how we did it this last time with the heat races and everything like that. I don't know if I'm biased because it was our race, but I do prefer the oval races. Yeah, right? I do prefer the oval races because it has more of a serious competitive aspect to it.
To me, it's more of a race.
It's more of a race. But, man, the 24-hour race is right there with it because it's just a good-ass time.
Well, it's a good time, but it's also everybody hanging out together.
Yeah,
and
it's a challenge,
you
man.
gotta
It's
keep
a
the bikes
challenge.
going, and it's a challenge. I mean, it's grueling. But the ones that ain't on the bike, we're all hanging out together. We're eating. We're cooking. We had Mike there last time on the grill.
Oh, man.
He filled us up for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Mike was right on top of it.
Shout out to dude's in-laws for hooking us up.
My father-in-law.
Yep. I didn't find that grill.
He did it this last race too. He told me, he said, every race y'all have, I'm bringing the grill.
Yeah.
So he brings a big old skillet grill.
Every time I came off the track, he's like, you want something? I'm like, after about 3 times, like, hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably eat.
It was good.
How long have y'all been doing it so far?
What?
Mini bike racing?
Mini bike racing.
That 24-hour race with Smesh was the first time.
That
I
2
went
years?
2 years. I went and rode
2
with
years
him.
now.
I went and rode with him, and then what was it, man? Maybe 2 months later, not even 2 months, I don't think, is when I bought the Fly.
Yeah.
I bought my
It wasn't
RT
2 months
200.
later. It was only like 3 months later we were at the borderline, bro.
That's right. Yeah, it was almost
So
it was
what-
pretty much right after that. I was
what
like, I'm
kind-
going to get my own.
What
Yeah.
kind of advice or invite do you have for newcomers?
Advice?
Yeah, he didn't give me no damn advice other than you need a
shit.
bike.
Shit.
Hey, get a bike and come on, Daddy.
Hey,
That's
you're
all
asking-
I don't know about
You know
advice. I mean, but
You're asking the wrong guy. What do you
No,
do
listen,
for,
well,
as
here-
a newcomer, motherfucker done went to 2 races and went home with 2 trophies.
That was my damn that was my damn segue. You messed me up. I was trying to get the
I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on.
Yeah, right, bro. I was trying to get the pass.
I mean,
on,
William
man.
and
I was
Dalton,
trying-
they're newer than any of us. I mean,
I know, but as somebody that's been in it, what kind of advice do you give a newcomer coming
Well,
into
get out
the
there,
sport,
man.
bro? It's
Just
my
buy a bike.
you know.
It don't matter if it's stock, what stage 1, outlaw. It don't matter. Get out there.
All right. Anyway,
Run a
y'all fucked my
race.
segue up. Hey, listen, hey, what do you think is a rookie? How does it go on?
A rookie is
Just
a guy
coming in
that's
and
riding
winning
a
shit.
stock bike, just like I was the first race down in Hillsborough County. But Jesse let me ride an outlaw at the the new track.
Yeah, the Belleville.
Yeah, we went
Was
out
that an
there.
outlaw?
Well,
Well,
it's
that's
considered
a
outlaw.
stage
It's a
one.
stage 1, but
That's
we're
a stage
the
1.
we're the
Yeah.
only ones that do the stage 1 class.
Yeah, you were in the outlaw class.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
yeah.
handling track. That,
You was
that
a little
track,
undermotored from the outlaws,
Right,
but you
right,
held your
right.
own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
oh,
that's
yeah.
all that mattered.
Yeah.
But was
Yeah.
it fun?
Oh yeah.
I seen you
I've
got a little
always-
kind of.
I seen you go to the
think I even
infield.
seen a leg go up
Oh
in
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
I seen you
Trying
go
to
to the
catch
infield,
balance.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah. for
That,
sure,
that makes
man.
it fun, though, don't it?
Yeah, man, I went out the first race and was just, trying to give it hell to figure out the track, to see where the loose ends were at, and find the good straightaways to get on to cut back through. But
Hey,
overall,
I was
my
doing was
bike,
building
he told me
motors.
to ride it, like it was yours. So I rode it like I stole the son of a bitch. Went out there and took it.
Man,
We tell y'all to ride one of our bikes, y'all better fucking ride it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
been
I
built
don't
to
give a
ride.
shit.
If I'm again,
No,
if
I
I'm
don't care. Wreck
Yeah.
that son of a
if I'm
bitch.
telling
I
you
don't
We
care.
all have to
Exactly.
get together and put them back together. We'll
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out
if I
something.
tell you to ride it, you better
Yeah.
ride that damn thing.
Yeah.
So what'd you
But-
learn as a new rider as far as just coming into it, cuz not really even being familiar with it, but you've been familiar with other motor stuff. It ain't like you're oblivious, but what I'm saying is just coming into the mini bike type racing type
Yeah.
sport, like what'd you learn just coming in and just kicking ass? I mean,
I learned
it's
right
in the
off
bloodline
rip.
because we always kick ass, you know what I mean?
Hey, I like anything fast, but right off rip, he showed me those torque converters, those that they put on those with the belt driven. Like I ain't never
Huge
been
difference
on
on
one.
those small tracks.
They
With-
pull,
it's-
don't they?
Yes, oh yeah. I've always rode the straight chain driven ones, but that thing, man, when I jumped on it, I felt it taking off, and I told Jesse,
I loved
said,
it the first time.
Hey,
Bro,
you
I'm
hit
about
it.
to take off, bro. Do you understand how quick this is coming
Oh, yeah.
off the line? So,
It was a good
Hey,
time, though.
top speed's a lot of
Yeah.
fun,
It
man.
was
But when
fun.
you ride something with low end power and balls
Yep.
down low, it's so much.
It
It was
fun,
funny.
man.
He's used to
it's
that
fun.
clutch.
That goes
so
for anything.
With
Takes-
that clutch and that stock jack shaft and everything, you can just pin it right off the start,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
takes a little bit
Yeah.
to build up speed.
Yeah,
But
But
exactly.
with that stage one and that juggernaut torque converter
You
on
better
there,
be ready and leaning
Yeah.
forward,
Yeah.
especially
that's
on
why
the
he was
Baja.
Yeah, it was
coming
gone.
up.
Especially on the damn Baja,
Yeah.
because you're sitting right over that rear
Yeah.
tire.
Yeah, it's ready to
Oh
go.
yeah, he
Yeah,
pinned it,
oh, yeah.
boy, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
Yeah, after
It,
that,
it got
man,
me
I had to go
yesterday on the
find
asphalt.
one. I ended up finding one just like that one. So
Oh, you got a nice one. It looks
Yeah.
You
like.
got that from the guy in Brooksville? Is that where he was?
Yeah.
Or he was in
Yeah,
Brooksville?
Brooksville.
I
That's
remember
that one I was looking at.
Yeah.
It's the Baja, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
looking at
looking at that. I was looking at it, and I was like, man, I don't want to ride
How
that
much
far.
was
I'm
that?
glad you took the ride.
Yeah, man, I
It looked
went
like a
up there.
decent bike.
Yeah, it was a decent bike. It needed a couple things done
it
to
looks
it,
nice.
but
What all
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
come like? What,
Is it?
is it a stage one or
it's a stage one. The young kid didn't know too much about it, but he said the guy he got it from, it was set up for racing, and he says that he thinks it's got some different valve springs in it, maybe.
Okay.
But
So
that
he-
would
he
be a
don't-
stage
he
one.
don't-
That's
That's
not
outlaw,
stage
yeah,
one.
so
That's
I don't-
outlaw.
Yeah.
But that's hey, run with them.
Yeah.
We
I'm
used to
not
race
sure.
cars. When I first started racing cars, I never wanted to run with just who you should run. You never get faster if you don't let somebody in front of you that's faster.
Right.
You got to pace. You got to find your pace,
Yeah.
man. You got to find. If you're out front all the time, you got no go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hop in on the outlaws, run with the outlaws. You're young. You're able to heal.
Yeah.
I'm not running with the outlaws. I don't want to fall. But no, I'm being serious. That hey, you'll say, hey, bike's got to be a little faster, but I got to be a little smoother.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
all it
exactly
is, yeah.
what's happened to me in
Yep.
Hillsboro and well Belleville, because hell, I was out front for a little bit
Yeah. On first
during the
race.
heat,
Yeah.
and then you just get to a point where you're just wore out front, man. I don't like being out front. And then William got out front and shit. I just started using the whole damn track behind him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell,
Yep.
we're on the same team, man. If we
Yep.
we go home 1 and 2, then hell.
Your adrenaline level's totally
and it's-
different
and it's
when
1
you're
and 2 with
chasing
your bikes.
somebody.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
my
When you're
bike-
chasing
Yeah.
somebody, you got every move in the book
I ain't got to beat my
Yeah.
bike.
to
It's
get
up
by
there.
them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And some of them will be mistakes.
Yeah.
If we're
Yeah.
on the same team,
But if
man,
you're
we
up
lock
front,
in
it's just
together.
lap
and we
after
just,
lap,
we
which
just
is
use the
good.
track,
But you don't
get
want it to be
fast.
that way
Right,
every
shouldn't
week because
matter.
you
Yeah,
get
no,
bored.
Same
yeah,
team,
it does. It
shouldn't
does.
happen.
When I was watching the GoPros, man, I was tired of watching my view because it was like nothing going on.
Right.
But your view, I'm watching all.
Yeah,
kinda,
you watching you.
Yeah, I'm watching me and watching the other guy, Rich. He was out there too.
We got
I
to
seen
see a
him
little
get
bit
up
of
on
that dog.
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
bit.
Yeah. He came over there.
Sorry, Rich.
He came and hung out for a little bit. He came and hung out and checked out the new bike I got. I asked him
Yeah.
if he was going to be there.
No, them
December
guys are cool.
9th.
How about you,
He
dog?
said he'll be there.
Hell
What do you think? What bike? What class you gonna run?
I don't know. I was in the Outlaw the last time, and I had not a good setup. It was just something I just threw together. Just
What do
to
you got
come.
done to the bike?
Well, he had the bike that he just got. He had a torque converter kit on it, and he just ordered a new one because he was gonna stage up his stock one and do
Right.
just that one. And it wouldn't work, and yeah, that was a little trouble. We had some issues.
When you got motor work done? Or you
Honestly, all I did, it was back in the day, I had a little mini bike that I ripped up and down the road. Just my dad and them, I grew up around racing and stuff, so I just threw shit together, the stuff that I had, because I never had no money, so throwing stuff together.
Yeah.
I budget build something real quick just to haul ass down the neighborhood to scream, and yeah, I got something now, and just a little work in progress.
Well, you got.
So you're gonna be an
It's a
outlaw?
lot.
You put a cam and
No, I don't have no cam. It's just basically just a stock bike.
You
with
run
just
exhaust
carburetor.
or
Yeah,
car?
just a
carburetor.
carburetor.
So you're stage
I don't
one?
know.
Yeah, you're stage one.
Yeah, it's stage one.
I raced with you, buddy.
Yeah, I ain't got
I
nothing
raced
to say. So listen, I'm gonna tell you right
Give it
now.
up
all
for
that
Gregg,
stuff
man,
right
right now.
Hey, when we get tired of wrecking, we're doing outlaw.
Hey man, to be honest, I'm really glad that we're doing the stage one class, because for one, not a lot of people do it. I think we're the only ones that do a stage one class,
Yeah.
because it
Okay.
does take
And
a
the outlaw
lot
can
of.
run into a lot of money.
Well,
for
yeah,
other
but
people.
it takes a
Yeah,
lot of
'cause that's
trust.
more money, right?
It takes a lot of trust to run a stage one, because I mean,
Yeah.
you can
And we
you can
run-
definitely mess with valve springs. You can run different
Yep.
things, and you
It's
can.
a lot of honor system.
It's an honor system, of course.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is it gets you away from running a stock class with the governor and all that, so you can run a little
You can
faster.
go, yep.
And it's cheap to get people into.
Yeah.
Because what we do when we very first bought our very first bikes, what we do? We went out and got a
Carb,
stage one kit.
Intake, exhaust.
Yeah, and you're
Exactly.
stage one.
Everybody, more people have a stage one than they do stock or outlaw class.
Yeah,
Us
now-
It's
personally-
easier.
but
us-
the people's got to understand too. We host these races.
Yeah.
If there's any suspicion on a stage one, we will check them.
Yes.
Because
we will.
if they're supposed to be in the outlaw, they're supposed to be in the outlaw.
Yeah.
We try to work on the honor system, but
But you can
we
only
at
do
the end of
that
the day, it's
so
for
much.
fun.
we build motors. We
Especially when
know.
you involve kids too, Uncle Greg. Like you gotta
Exactly.
really take it in point, because now you're gonna discourage some people of wanting their kids to get involved, because there's
Yeah.
people out here just trying to.
Well,
Well,
you
the
know
whole
what I'm
thing
saying?
is the
Yep.
reason that really I wanted to do the dang stage one is because everybody, you get a mini bike, what you do to it's the carburetor, the intake,
Exhaust,
and the exhaust.
yep.
And it's cheap, man. It costs you about $60 on Amazon or something to get a lot of power out of that motor.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so,
Yeah, because those stock motors, it don't take nothing to free it up, man. That's
So-
all. They're so
Yeah.
restricted. All it takes
Us
is that carb
personally-
and an exhaust, man, that opens that
Yep,
up, lets
that,
it flow,
that
get a little bit
flywheel
more.
on there. You put a
Well,
little bit of safety
us
into
personally,
it. And
we don't even really run the flywheel in the rod most of the time on just a stage
We didn't
one.
used to, no.
And
Yeah.
it's mainly just a safety thing.
It's a
We
safety
didn't-
thing.
A cheap motor that
They
we're
will
just
fly
throwing
hard.
together.
And with I wouldn't
15-year-old's
suggest
not
it.
going to worry about a rod and flywheel, and that's fine in my opinion. But it's
I
a
would-
safety thing
For
And so
people
that's
that
why
are
we allow it,
looking to
because
get
they
into it.
recommend it. It's
Yeah.
recommended. But
Yeah.
me personally, I don't swap them out. I'll just
Yeah.
run it cheap as I can.
Yeah.
$60 in a motor, and I'm running with some badass.
Oh yeah,
motors.
and
But-
it's fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
I would
That's
only
what it's
I would
about.
highly suggest it for like bull ring. That's a place that I would 100%, like, if you got the funds, get you a flywheel, get you a rod,
You're
because
turning
you do turn a
changes.
lot.
for a long distance.
Changes
Right.
everything.
So
Yeah,
each
it
track
does.
matters, is what you're saying.
Well,
Yeah,
of course. But the
Absolutely.
reason
Each
I
race
say
matters,
that you want to
Like
get
the Ocala
a
track,
flywheel.
I haven't been there
Is
yet, but I know that's
for
a
the
bigger
fact
track.
of the
so I'm
long
gonna have to
distance
change out
RPM.
You're
all
traveling
my
a
gear,
long
whereas
way down
we're
that front,
racing at now
and
is
you're-
a small
Got a lot of
track.
RPM.
and you're pulling a
for
lot
long
of
way.
RPM, and under a lot of RPM, those stock cast iron rods, they like to come apart, and those flywheels, man, I've heard the horror stories of them. They'll grenade, and when they grenade, your leg is right there. And if you're not wearing good boots or riding gear, it's probably gonna throw some shrapnel through your leg like a damn grenade will.
Yeah.
So for
I'm
bull
just
ring,
stupid.
We're stupid.
A bull,
for
yeah.
bull ring, I would
I would do a
100%
flywheel.
recommend.
I
I
would do a
recommend it
flywheel.
100%.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
Belleville and Hillsboro and stuff like that, it's so small. You're not wrapping up into the high
No.
RPMs.
Not for a long
I
Not for a
distance.
long
will say,
distance.
me personally, on Mini-Me, on that crazy ass little chopper I ran on
Yeah.
stage one, I hit valve float a couple times on that.
Did you
stage
don't have a flywheel
one.
on it?
No, it's
No, stock cast-
it's stock everything. It's just
Yeah.
carb swap
And exhaust. Yeah. I mean that's how I did it for a while when I was stage one.
That
I
thing
didn't
will straight screen
But-
to probably 6,200.
But we
RPMs,
did
I'm
we did
guessing.
open it up
And
to
it's
to
probably
rod and
gonna
flywheel.
go through my leg at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We opened it up. We opened it up. We did open it up and allow people
No
to stage
doubt
one
about
to
it.
run that. So
Yeah, the
It's just for
flywheel's a
safety.
great idea, especially like at the bull ring. You have a lot of RPM for a long distance.
Well, y'all know me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't give a shit about you. I just would hate for somebody to come out there and
I wouldn't do it with a
blow their
a
leg
kid.
off. That would suck. Exactly. You, I don't give a shit, man.
An
You should
adult
know.
does it, that's your own ass.
Yeah, exactly. You should have known, man.
I mean, if they're, anybody wanting to try to get away with stuff that don't belong in the stage one, we build motors. We host a race.
There's a lot of people there that's built motors that can tell, hey, that's probably running a cam.
Hey, that's a good segue into my next question.
Go ahead, buddy.
So when it comes to like the infield race, other than the oval, remember
Right.
what was
GP
it?
race?
Right, okay. So does that matter on what parts and stuff that you add to the motor?
Sure it does.
Yeah,
Sure it does.
for sure.
And to me, I think doing the infield like that, what they call it, DP?
GP.
Nah, GP. I'm
Hey, at least I didn't look stupid.
I think honestly for the GP race, the most important part you add would be the torque converter. I think because it
For sure.
gives you what little bit you're going to get.
For sure.
You want your
Yeah.
bottom end. You want that. You want that bottom end pull
Now you
coming
do
out of
got
those corners.
your one sweeping turn and down the straightaway, but I mean, if you make so much more time through your turns,
I can
it's
probably
hard for
be,
somebody to
you
come
want
back.
I
good
can
gearing
probably be a
for
few
that.
guys on Malcolm's stock bike with that torque converter
Oh, yeah.
on there
Oh,
on
yeah.
the GP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just a stock torque
yeah.
converter.
You
but
gotta
it's
have the
9
pull.
Yeah, you
volts.
want low.
gotta
You
have
want
the
that low
pull.
range to mid range
gotta have
power
that
around
pull.
there.
It'll run with a lot of good
Little
bikes,
Max
I
bike.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lil
Yeah.
Max bike will
Yeah.
run with
Little
some-
Max.
Hey, don't get me mistaken.
Hey, we'll put you in there before
I
long.
burnt my leg one time.
That was
I'm
enough.
not doing it no more.
Hey, we might have to have a kids episode with Lil Max.
Yeah, we should. 100%.
We got to cool out on some of the beverages.
We'll put the
Yeah,
beers
right.
up, and then we'll have like Barney in the background or something.
Don't turn salt.
Now, little,
Nah, he'll probably see that and be
No,
like, what
he
the
ain't.
hell is this? I ain't coming in
He
here.
ain't no Barney kid.
No, who like, what the hell is this?
no.
I thought we were coming over here to ride mini
Hey,
bikes.
little
Thank
Mac,
God.
little Mac went out there and he showed us something. He had a good
Hey,
time.
he-
shout
By
out to
the
Little
second-
Mac too, because he won the drag race. on
Bro,
Sunday.
by the second
They won
day,
the
he
drag race on
was
Sunday.
so confident. You could tell the
Yeah.
difference, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
During
big time.
the normal races, he was like, you could tell.
Timid,
that-
yeah.
The first night,
yeah.
yeah, even when I would talk to him, he was like kind of quiet. He went. By the next day, he's ready to talk.
Yeah,
well, yeah, I did this.
Yeah,
and
right.
Oh, I love it.
Like,
I
he was
love
the
that.
best of the best. you
Yeah,
know
he
what
was
I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little Mac was cool.
Well, shout out to Lil Mac, but we're going to have to take a second and flip to the sponsors real quick. All right, so I got a question for Dalton here. So you had a badass little motor down there in Hillsboro, and I'm curious if you're doing anything to the gearing on that, or going torque converter, or a different kind of clutch, or what are you doing with that?
Yeah, we're putting a torque converter set on it, and it's pretty snappy, but it's not as snappy as I want it. I think I need to change gearing.
Which kind of torque converter did you go with?
I don't know what kind it is. It just came on a
Old
bike.
Chinese?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know the name of it. It came off the one he had, so I'm not 100%
It
what
the
was
one I
on
bought
it.
over
So
Is it shaped like that?
yes, it's just like that.
It
And
looks like that
yes,
with the round,
yep.
big belt. Okay,
Yep.
so that's
So-
a juggernaut.
So the
or
front
a
driver is like
Torquezilla.
that
Yes,
one on there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it's either a Juggernaut or a Torquezilla.
That should
Which
be
is
a
what you
solid
want.
driver.
That's what you want.
But and then we put it back on his because he got the Chinese one, and he has that one on his. So right now I'm searching up, looking for some stuff, and just doing some research on things. And
Well, from our experience, we can say the Juggernaut or the Torquezilla, either one of them are great products, and we haven't had a problem really with either one of them, unless
pull
you
better.
run the fuck out of them.
I will say I have had an issue with
in the 24-hour race.
the Torquezilla. If you are throwing a lot of power at it, I don't know if they updated them. Now this was 2 years ago that I bought mine. They were having issues with the spider inside, which is for the weights, and they were cracking whenever they had a lot of power under them.
But you
And
can
we
buy the
ran the
upgraded
fuck out
spider.
of it, so.
And we ran, yep. But you buy the upgraded spider and you put that in there.
It's bulletproof.
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't had a problem with the Juggernauts yet.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. When you're putting that on there, do you have an issue with getting that chain lined up and the belt and the torque converter lined up?
Yes,
at all?
absolutely. You have to line it up 3-4 times and
Yeah.
eyeball it and
Yeah.
put your belt on there and look at where it's pulling at, and you got to get it perfect.
I gotta space mine out because
Spacers,
right now my belt's
bushings,
going sideways when I'm wider.
It'll
and
eat it.
it's
It'll
about to
eat the belt.
come apart.
It'll
eat
the
Oh,
belt.
it
You
is.
gotta
Spacers
get
and
it.
bushings are your best friend.
Yeah. Make
Those
sure
are your
you
best
buy a longer bolt when you space it out.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, because it will eat the inside of the belt, and as soon as it starts eating it, it goes quick.
Yeah.
It's not like a wear thing that you can say, oh, it'll last a little longer. It might quit on the next lap.
No, I've had them come through the cover and slap
Yeah.
me on the leg, and it
Yeah.
hurts.
They'll take a shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we noticed that, hell, we just like on the back, if your chain is, after you get your shit set like you want it, your chain, you're off, we just change some, cut our own different size, spacers and stuff for the back, for the wheel. And
Yeah, I got the chain lined up pretty good, spacing it out. But right now it's the clutch. I got to get that clutch.
The front driver on the front.
front driver
It's-
is
what is
too
it?
far in.
It's too far in.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to go.
Get
You
your
need to get the
spacers
spacers.
Yeah.
and get a longer
And,
bolt.
and that's what I seen. I needed a longer bolt.
Get a
to
longer
make
bolt,
that
just
happen.
space it out.
Yeah.
Once it's running true,
Yeah.
they last. I mean, they're good, but if they're a little bit crooked,
It
it
only
eats the
takes
hell
a
out
little
of
bit,
it.
yeah.
It will
It
eat.
is.
I don't know what the
For
diameter is of that crank. What you would need for size for the spacers. I'm sure you can get them any
I
hardware
don't know.
store.
Yeah.
It's
You can go-
different for everyone I've set up, man. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
just sit there and put it together.
Yeah,
It came with
15
one
times
on
it
there
could
to
take.
keep
Right.
it off of that seal.
Right.
Up
Yeah.
against
Hell,
it.
dude, on
So I
fly.
could just take that off.
We got several
On fly, I got probably 5 or 6 on trying to space it out because
Exactly.
it set if without them, man, if you just use the stock one that comes with the
It's way
Torquezilla,
crooked.
it
Yes.
slides in so far and like it's very
It's way
noticeable.
off.
It's
It's
way
way
off.
off.
I mean, the belt be sitting
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to get that shit straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got what's everybody running for tires? What's everybody thinking for tires right now?
I just bought the same ones that was on that bike I was racing. That's on
The
the back
Baja?
of it. No, the
The
back.
Ba-
No, the
the-
Sun F. The Sun F.
Which one?
It's
The
that-
Power
yeah,
2.
yeah.
Power
So
2s.
you're running the Power 2.
That's on your blue and white Baja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got
Power
Power
2s.
2s. The dude's got that on.
I got the
race
Power
bike.
2s.
I don't remember what the hell I just ordered. Marianne?
I
or
think you
something?
got the
He
same
got-
ones
Wanda.
like these. You
So
got
he-
the dirt,
yeah, they're-
the
they're-
flat track.
They're the
tires.
Chinese ones, but they're
The Sumps.
no, he doesn't have he doesn't have the Sun Fs. He has it's an off-brand one.
Wanda.
Wanda's, I think. Like
I
one-
love them.
Oh,
They're
Wandas
soft.
are good tires.
They're soft. For
They're
the,
real soft.
yeah, I mean,
Same
I
tread
think they'll
pattern.
be good for the flat track.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, Wanda.
No, Wanda's, they've made Wanda's forever.
Yeah, but see, only bad
Wanda.
thing is like this right here, not good for the flat top because I mean on the
Oh,
flat
there's
track
the Wanda.
because you're only riding on the knobby.
Yeah,
You
on a
don't
hard
have-
track once it packs in, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All
If
you're
I
riding.
ride in the marbles, I'm probably
Oh
all right.
yeah. Like
But-
and Barrelville, from what I noticed, the dirt up there, that'd be good.
Yeah. And see, out of that groove, those tires are probably good. But on the groove, you want more pavement.
Right.
You want more.
More surface.
Well, surface
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's like the tires that he got on the Baja.
Power 2s.
They're half wore out. That's
Oh,
what's making them
okay,
work.
the
That's
stock
what's
ones.
making them work
Yeah.
on that. When we went out,
And they're-
to Bull Ring,
They're
Yeah.
just
Because that prep
stock,
track,
shitty Baja
it
tires.
just gets a
Yeah.
good flat surface.
Dalton,
you
man,
know?
you got to get some good tires on.
Yeah, absolutely.
on a bike.
I had that in
But
mind.
now I was looking it up, and I don't remember what the hell the dude might remember. But the name of them ones that are made for flat track.
They're Sun Fs.
Were they Sun Fs?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
AO
I don't remember, but anyway, they were like
561 or something. I can't remember.
what were they? 49 or 59 a piece,
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I mean, you can look at them and tell you'll
Yeah.
put surface on the
Well,
on the track.
Malcolm, if you want to get a little Mac a set of tires, man, we'll throw them on there. I don't give a shit.
Hell yeah, I like free shit.
Well, hey, he said
That's in the blood.
If you want to buy me a set, I don't give a shit. Either.
Well, I ain't about that part, but I'm about the free stuff. No, I understand. Like, so
we'll put them on for them for free.
we're not buying them, but we'll throw them on there. But does it matter, honestly, like, depending on...
Absolutely.
Well, I asked Smesh last time, too, like, what do you think about the asphalt tracks? Like, what do you how do you
I
feel?
think it hurts when you fall.
Right.
Yeah,
no
sure
shit.
will.
Well, it's a whole different race, right?
It's a whole different.
I'll
yeah.
do it.
What do
I
you
mean,
think
my
about that?
opinion, but it's
I
only
think
my
it'd be
opinion
fun.
because they race on all kinds of tracks. I use the asphalt to get to a real track, and that's dirt. I'm not saying that the asphalt guys are wrong.
Dirt is my
when I
favorite.
raced cars, we run dirt 100% all the time.
This is what you want, yeah.
We went and did 3 asphalt races. A buddy of mine leaned in the window going across the scales. I think we finished second that night. He leaned in the window. Got David that helps me build the car. David leaned in the window. He said, well, what'd you think? I was like, it sucked. And he's like, good. I was bored as hell watching. I was like, cut it up. We're going back there.
I don't want to do a circuit oval. I want to do a
oval asphalt. You want to do
oval.
you want
I wanna
to do
do
a circuit
oval.
asphalt.
A circuit
Dirt.
asphalt.
Circuit asphalt, yeah.
You do want to run asphalt?
Asphalt on a circuit race.
I would be
wanna
willing
do a
to. I'd be
oval
willing to try it.
Oval asphalt.
I'd be willing
No.
to try it, but I will be terrified the entire fucking time.
You want to run a road course left and right on asphalt?
Like a
Yeah.
good
You want to run a
race,
circuit
yeah,
oval
race
or a
track.
circuit?
A
yeah.
circuit asphalt
Circuit
race
asphalt.
on the mini bikes would be a lot of fun with a torque converter and asphalt tires on there.
Yeah.
Road tires on it.
I mean,
yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna hurt if you go down. You're gonna get some
You'll
road
wear
rash.
different type of clothes because it fucking eats you quick.
Yeah, you're gonna get road rash if you go down.
That's what,
pretty
even if
thick.
you don't hurt something,
But
it
it would
still
be-
burns your skin off.
It would be so much fun, a whole different type of racing style.
Oh,
where You're
yeah.
talking about Valentino Rossi type of stuff on these little freaking mini bikes, dude. You're gonna be.
We won't look nothing like it.
going to
No,
be in the
you're gonna
in
be
my
hauling
station?
ass.
You're
on
already
these little
outlawed.
bikes.
We already
You're gonna be
determined
pushing
that.
these little
And
bikes.
you got a stage one. Dude's got a stage one.
And outlaw.
Y'all do know I will kick you off your fucking bike on the start, right?
You gotta
He
be
will,
by
too.
me off the start.
I will bump you.
You're like jousting out there, not mini bike races.
Yep. He's like, you ain't getting by, bitch. If you get by, we both out.
So for like a
Think we
beginner
did
though,
asphalt.
is there a certain frame that you would like?
What's comfortable? What's comfortable
I got
for the
you.
rider?
No, well, I'm
sure.
just saying, like, if they want to build up, though, is there like a certain frame that would give you like
I
a
don't-
universal feel?
I think it's up to the rider what he feels good on. Is honestly what
Right,
he
right.
feels good about.
and he can build on that. So
And
no
yeah,
matter
and
what,
he gets
can build on
started,
that.
and he gets
Right.
started, and he says, "Hey, I want to go faster now. I think I'm good at it, or good enough, whatever." None of us are ever good enough, but anyway. And he wants to try a different bike, and something feels good to him and comfortable. He's going faster, so apparently it worked.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think everybody,
You don't know until you get one and try it.
Everybody has their own preference on it.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Like dude's bike, this scares the shit out of me.
I don't like his frame.
RT200.
He loves it.
I love the RT200.
Yeah, I mean it scares me because you got
That's
the
what you
power.
Yeah, the stock.
You got
Yeah.
a lot of power, and I feel like I'm just not in the right position to fall. You know.
So what's the difference between their frame and y'all's frame? What's the difference?
Well, I mean,
Lower.
They're basically the
Lower.
same.
I feel. I mean, I feel like
lower and longer.
Yeah.
it feels lower and longer.
It's not.
But me and Smesh, we did measure. We measured your CT200
The EX.
EX. We measured that one with my RT200 because we thought that
They're
it
the
was.
same.
We thought that they were longer.
measurements when
Same
you
measurements
put a
as
tape
far as we
measure.
could. Yeah, same measurements.
You
But they
follow-
you definitely sit lower, and your
It's
rider
the rider
placement's different.
position. Yeah,
On
it's just the
on
rider
yours, that's
position.
the EX. You're definitely more over the tire, like the
Yeah.
Baja.
You sit up more a little bit like this. I put ape hangers on mine so I can still lean forward on it. But yours, man, I feel like I'm all ass
Same
in.
shit.
I feel like I'm on.
See,
So-
and
so-
I feel
so-
the opposite. I feel like I'm too, like I'm worried about the front tire.
That's how I feel on
I
that.
feel
one.
like
the
the
Baja, I
hook-
feel like I'm ass in.
Exactly. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I can lean up. I guess it's just because I grew up riding Harleys.
The
the last 15.
The
years.
reason I like the RT200s is I do like the way my rider position feels on that one. I don't feel like I'm sitting up too high because like the Baja I got used to, but like BT200s, your EX, I feel like I'm way up here, and like the bike is way down here, and it just makes it awkward when I go to lean.
That's how a Sportster feels to me.
See,
Yeah, but I've never felt that way. I've never felt that way on the
That's what you were
RT200.
saying. It's what you know.
And,
you
and,
feel
and what
comfortable.
another thing that I like about the RT200 too is that it has the longer seat, and I feel like I can really move forward and backwards on the bike
Yeah.
if I have to readjust.
Yeah.
I can get way up. I can
Yeah.
slide myself back. However I have to do on that bike.
So no matter whatever frame is comfortable to you, you can put whatever you want on that bike to where you don't have to do any kind of like too much customization, right? It's like kind of Bolton Gold.
Well, he rides it good, man. If you find the right frame and the right setup, you just ride it good, I feel like.
Yeah, you ride it
No,
good. and then you add motor.
Bullring told a different story in that outlaw.
You didn't ride it good that time.
No, I did not ride it good there. But that's one thing about the RT200. I do get it. Where people don't like it, like you said, is the ass end is very loose. And I'm sure you've noticed that too. The ass end is
But
loose.
it was probably not loose until you added the power.
No,
That's how I
he's
felt.
stock and he's stock and he still feels it.
Really?
I rode his stock bike around there at the Hot
I
Lights
feel like
in
it's just
Belleville.
tires. I feel like if I put some
So
tires on it, it
all right.
would
So
control it a
yeah,
lot
for
better.
me, you have
But
the stock
I do
ones.
like that you can move up down the seat because you're right.
For me,
about
it feels
that. You
more.
don't do
For me,
that
it feels
on
more
the
like a dirt
Baja
bike.
Road.
Honestly, I feel more like I'm on
Yeah.
like a traditional dirt bike on
Yeah,
the RT200
the longer seat.
versus because of the longer seat. I got rider adjustment.
Yeah.
Like my arm placements, my leg placement, like it just feels more, I guess, like I'm on a dirt bike.
I honestly like the Doodle for that way better.
Do you? Well,
Yes. The Doodle
Doodle handles great because it's
with
light,
sliding around
but the
and getting
seat
up on
is
it.
about this wide.
It feels like I'm riding a 2x4, but the handle is fucking awesome on it, man.
Is that the one that I rode out there?
Right here. Yeah, that one. That red
Yeah.
one.
I can't ride. Too damn old for that son of a bitch here. Knocks every piece on the inside. My shit.
You was down for 3 weeks, wasn't you?
God damn! I was like, man, that bitch hits hard.
It handles like
Hey,
a
it does.
dream.
It
No,
does.
it don't.
It does. No, it
I'm
does. It
bouncing
handles.
all
man.
over.
I got the footage says otherwise, bro. You can see every teeth in
Yeah.
your mouth shatter. I mean, God, I'm bro. Ain't nothing.
That bitch is stiff.
Dude, it's stiff, bro. I can tell you.
But Willie wasn't running from it.
Yeah.
No, but that's all that matters. I mean, like I said, you
That
got
bitch was
comfortable
there.
on
Yeah,
it, and
handles
you're
Right,
good.
right,
You're
right.
comfortable on it. You're used to it.
The Baja is honestly probably the favorite frame, man. It's the most comfortable and it handles great. But that Doodle was right behind it.
Well, the Doodle weighs half as much.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's great.
It's like you're riding a mountain bike.
Awesome.
It's like
Yeah.
you're riding a mountain bike with
You're
10
in a
horsepower.
cloud with a couple
Yeah.
thunderstorms running under.
Yeah, but what like you said, man, it really does come down to personal preference. Everybody has their personal preference of what they like, and that's
Right.
what's fun about mini bikes, man. You could go out, you ride one, you enjoy it, you go out and buy another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
like you found out.
I rode yours.
Like tattoos, man.
I
Yeah, 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 well, exactly. Once you have one,
is
You want to build
before I
different
ever
Yeah.
rode the Baja. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
rode both of y'all's, just riding, and I was okay. It felt like a mini bike. You know what I'm saying? But then whenever we did our race out there, it was the first time really, and I jumped on his Baja and I started doing laps. And then all of a sudden I noticed, and I'm passing people, and I'm like, shit! I ain't been on that kind of motorcycle in 45 years.
Yeah.
This shit got good to me. Now to me, that Baja is the most comfortable to ride
It feels
or
just,
to race.
That's
It
why I
feels
went and
just
got
like
it.
a Harley.
It
It
does.
feels
It
like a
does.
Harley. You got
Yeah.
the forward controls. Your
You
feet
do.
are out
Like if
front.
the ass
you
end
do.
gets
Sit
loose,
just
and
like
just
this.
goose
Hey,
it,
and
it'll
then
straighten
and,
it out.
man.
look at Duffy.
Yeah.
He never took his damn feet off the pegs.
No.
He looked like he was on a
No.
Sunday ride. He went
And
from
he's
the
6'4".
back to the front.
I know.
He went from the back to the
That
front
guy's
like,
huge.
like we sent him for bread at the store. He was just,
Exactly.
and he was passing people left and right.
That thing's
Took it home too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the next race y'all are looking forward to?
Me
Nope.
personally,
Right.
the bull ring. But that's my style. That's what I like.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, we got.
He even got me talked into going up here to Belleville. I'm gonna run in the dirt, in the sand, I guess you could say. But
Oh, you said it was pretty good. You said it was
I'm
pretty
looking for the 24 hours and the Woodsman Cup, which the Woodsman's coming up.
good. Wisman's coming
that's
out.
because you want to party.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It is. That is true.
Time out. That's nothing
No,
wrong
but
with
that
Uncle
is
Greg. That's what
honestly-
we're here for.
That's a badass
Ah.
race, man. I'm really looking
It's
forward to the
honestly
Woodsman.
the best racers show up to those races.
Yeah.
To party.
Yeah.
and fuck off.
I just wish it was more of an all-out race. I love
It
the
is.
party, but I do.
Well,
I
it's
like.
mini bikes,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
We're not racing late
I mean, it's like
models.
what we used to say about Tampa back when I was racing cars. When you went to Tampa, to the racetrack down there, you went to fight and you hope a race broke out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we would go to Ocala and different places.
We're not
the pals
like that.
ran that. You know, we
We're not
raced.
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
everybody had a good time. Trust me, we partied.
What you
But
did
we
was
raced.
way more serious than
Then what
we're
we, yeah,
doing.
exactly.
Oh yeah, I hate it. I don't want it to be that serious.
No,
you know, the mini bikes are
this
for
is
fun.
all fun. It is.
Yeah, because I haven't got rich.
No, we're not gonna get rich.
Not going to.
Maybe, bro. You mean we're not getting rich?
You might want to. You might want to exit
I'll
stage
talk-
left.
I'll talk to you later.
You might want to exit stage left because I think
It's not
even
gonna
even
go
if
that.
I win every race from here on out, I don't think I'll still
No,
recuperate
you
what I
better not.
spent.
I wouldn't quit my day job.
Hey, I'm still gonna go at it. Well, whatever sponsors we got, we can kick them in right now. And back from our sponsor. So, dude has a little bit of something he wants to say. Dude, kick it, motherfucker.
So I guess before we close out, my my baby girl, she wanted me to give her a shout out. So she
Time out. I didn't know you.
what? What? Fuck are we doing?
It's his daughter.
I know. I can say motherfucker before you shut up.
Alright. Alright, hey, how about we do it? Hey, listen. How about this? Hold on, clap. Stop this. How about you just say, like, you know, like, thanks for everybody coming.
Yeah, my bad.
And then you kind of get
going on.
don't just straight to me, like, hey, you have a shout out. Go ahead.
motherfucker. And then you're like, oh, shut up, my
And we'll try to
daughter.
I'll
keep
do
it
my-
together from here so you can like turn it on for her.
I'm gonna
From
do.
here.
I'm gonna
And
do my
don't
shout out.
forget You got $2.
I know. I'm gonna do my shout out whenever you say thanks for it. Like, you know, thanks, dude, for coming out. I'll do it then. Don't just come to me and be like, this motherfucker got a shout out. Like, put me on the spot. I'll do it for my exiting, okay?
For my exiting. Like we each got an individual exit.
And
No,
I don't.
I'm saying, like, just let everybody know, like, hey, thanks for you guys coming out.
I can't
William,
believe we're
Dalton.
recording this.
I'm fucking going home.
All behind
All right. Fuck you guys. Who's take a breath? Ready.
And we're back from our sponsor. So, listen, dude has a little shout out he wants to do.
Yeah, before we go, I want to give a shout out to my two baby girls, Renly, Lila, love you. I told you guys that I would give you a little shout out on the podcast. I'm probably going to skip to this section of it so they can see the shout out because I don't want them to see what we've been saying on here. So we'll keep it PG for the exiting.
I got a shout out, Little Mac. Did good, buddy.
Awesome,
Hang in
man.
there.
Yep.
Looking forward to you on the next race.
Everybody in Mini Militia supports Lil Mac.
Lil
We
Mac,
want you
That's
at the
hey,
next
that's our
race,
mascot.
man.
That's our
Yeah.
team mascot.
Yeah, man. He's the dude. What are you talking about? Like, he's our best racer.
Yeah.
He's best drag racer on the team, man.
Yep.
Look at his dad. Anyway, so Dalton, anybody you want to shout out?
I ain't got nobody. Just here on the Mini Militia, we're gonna.
Let's
let
shout
her
out
rip a little bit
Dalton.
more.
Showing up.
What a surprise!
We're
Surprise
bringing him
guest.
back. He's the best one that sounds the most intelligent.
No,
And you didn't even let the guy
Because he's
talk.
not running his mouth.
Dalton's about to be fast.
I was waiting on the
Dalton's
shout
about
out
to be
for
fast.
freaking old Malcolm over here ready to get on a bike.
Hey,
I
listen.
think that's what he needs.
If I can hold
Everybody-
the camera, I'll get on a bike.
Look, I'm gonna tell everybody
You can
right
mount your
now.
camera to the bike, and then you can be our filmer, and then
I want to
leave.
hold it and race, baby. That's what I'm about.
That's
I'll
what they
tell
make mounts for,
everybody
buddy.
right now that when Dalton gets a setup right, he's gonna be fast. This
Oh,
guy
yeah.
is gonna be fast.
Yep.
I know
Yep.
him, seen him
I'm ready.
ride since he was
I'm
like
ready.
5. He will be
Yeah.
fast.
That's why I was gonna paint my frame and do everything and make it look all pretty and nice, and I just got to the point, hell with it. We're just gonna throw
It's a lot
this
of work.
together and just be a Frankenstein bike.
Yeah,
just
and
go
you
out there
showed
and
up.
just-
You
Yeah,
showed
that's all
up
it's
with a
gonna be.
hot
Ain't nothing wrong with
motor
that.
with a bad setup. You
Yep.
had the wrong gear and the
Yep.
wrong tires and
That's
everything.
all right.
Yep.
That's all right.
And
Yeah,
I,
nobody.
I threw
Man.
the bike together in 2 days just
Yeah.
to come out because William's like, hey, there's a race. I was like, oh, we're going to get this thing going ready
Yeah.
for it. We're over here in the pits cutting the cable just to fit it into the throttle position and all like this. And I was like, man, I'm kind of bummed because I don't get the race because
That's
I just
all right.
wanted to go out there and feel it, and I got the feel of it, and
No,
I
you
think
got
I think
Hey,
it'll
duct
be-
tape and wire ties.
That's your best friend.
Yeah.
We're all happy you show up, man.
Yep. Yep.
For sure.
Yeah. And I hadn't seen you probably since you were real little. So hey, real good to see you.
Absolutely.
William, I ain't seen you in a coon
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
so good to see you too, man.
That's racist.
Are we gonna do a what are we gonna do?
I don't think that's racist. How long does a raccoon live?
I mean,
I'm gonna look it up. It's gonna be like 5 years.
William,
Well, that
you
makes
look
no
that
damn
up.
sense.
If y'all think I'm editing that out, y'all are full of shit.
Hey, Mullisha Podcast, baby. Check us out.
hey, William, your homework before the next, find out how long this coon lives.
Fuck, man. That's a hard editing job.
I've said that since I was little.
Some want it out, some don't. I don't care.
I don't care. I leave it.
Fuck.
It wasn't intended that way.
I thought it was funny as shit, bro. I couldn't help myself.
That's awesome.
Well, that part, that last couple seconds will be edited out, but we're going to come right back.
Hey, do it with the hat. No, I'm just kidding. Check us out.
I can't do it with that.
But seriously though, hey, Smesh, this is pretty awesome that you guys are doing this. It's
Yeah,
fun.
it is.
It's fun. It's definitely
cool.
fun. We got to get more people to
Dude,
come out
yeah.
here and talk and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
Really, all it is big kids getting to talk about toys and
Yeah.
No,
basically
no.
all we're doing. And then we
I
get
guess-
to drink and
I
smoke
guess we
cigars
should
and
talk a little
smoking.
bit about the podcast just to close us out a little bit. But yeah, we're having fun with this, man. It's all just a big kids fun thing. And just
Yeah.
like the mini bikes, man, nothing's real serious. Nothing's took
As you can see by the podcast,
too hard,
real
too
serious.
much, man.
It's all
just
fun.
fun.
It's fun.
And I think coming up, man, maybe we should have some deaf duck guys out here.
Absolutely.
I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
Rich or
Yeah.
Nick or
Rich, yeah.
somebody.
We'll get
come
them.
Bring
Yeah.
them on.
Let's do it.
And,
We,
uh,
we could talk
just,
to them. We could talk down to them here, or nah. Hey, I don't know all of them. Rich, he's cool. You know
They're
what
all
I'm
cool.
saying?
Hey, and
Yeah,
William better be
they're
careful.
cool to
Rich will
us
slit his
personally.
tires, so you better be careful. His next door neighbor. So,
They're great shit talkers, but man, they're fun to
Yeah,
race
they're hangouts.
with. They're fun to
They're
hang out
hangouts.
with.
They are. They're
for sure.
hangouts.
They're cool to hang
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Hey, we race with them, have a good
They're
time.
good
You know what I'm
guys.
saying? We can all, poke
We
and
lend them
aggravate.
tools. They lend us tools.
Exactly.
It all,
We needed a little welding done.
Yeah.
You had the welder. He came over and welded some
Yeah,
stuff for us.
yeah.
I mean, we're all good.
that was-
That was
together.
Nick. That was Nick.
was it Nick
Yeah.
and Mike? I
Yeah,
think.
That was
Yeah.
Nick. Nick
Yeah.
and Mike was coming over.
I think
as
so.
well.
Yeah, 24-hour race. Yeah.
So
They're
yeah, I mean,
all
I'm
good
cool.
guys,
I'm cool
man.
with all
Yeah.
of them.
I think Nick's the one that welded my pegs on for me.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
of
on
them.
the fly.
Do
all
they
of
have
them.
social media and stuff? Give them a shout
Yeah,
out, man. Or,
Def
yeah.
Duck Racing on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think they got the
And
YouTube channel, Instagram.
Yeah.
What is yours? Put your personal one out there, man. So everybody can
Mini
follow
Mullisha
us.
Racing,
Bro,
man.
hey, we
Mini
trying to hang
Mullisha
out.
Racing.
Follow
man.
us and like us on Facebook and Instagram. Mini
YouTube.
Mullisha Racing.
Subscribe.
We'll
Yeah.
come up with our own gang signs.
I was trying to throw it up on YouTube, but they got like a verification code and shit like that. You gotta go through and everything just to tag a dang link.
Check
and
us out on
everything.
IG, baby. That's where the cool people hang out.
Hit me up on MySpace.
All right.
Hey,
Y'all,
cut.
we love y'all. Out.
Out.